Sup guys, Zenigami here, and let's go through the new characters coming out on a Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We have two free-to-play characters, Raid Boss Zoro and Treasure Map Big Mom. We got Legend Gil Tesoro and his entire batch here, and let's go over first Zoro. So Zoro, new Raid Boss Zoro, is a Dex slasher-driven character because of course he's got to be a slasher. His captain ability is a great slasher free-to-play captain. 2.75 times attack to slashers, 1.2 times health to slashers, and after 3 perfects, it goes to a 3 times attack boost, and after 5 perfect, it goes to a 3.3 times attack boost. So 275 up to 3.3 times attack boost for slashers, and a health boost as well. Great, stupid, good captain ability. His special ability deals 55 times his attack and typeless damage that pierces through barriers. He will reduce enemy damage threshold and percent damage reduction by 5 turns, which is great. Having utility like that is always something that's really, really nice to see on characters. And he has a pretty nifty special that is a color affinity boost for slashers. Great. This is going to be the best color affinity boost for slashers so far, since the only other one we use are either color-based or Gear for Luffy Treasure Map. If you're at full health, he does a single turn of a 2 times affinity boost. If you're not at full health, he does 2 turns of 1.75 times affinity boost. So you can choose, depending on if you have full health or not, or maybe you can't choose if you accidentally take damage or if there's a preemptive attack that cuts your health. If you're at full health, you get a larger burst over 1 turn. If you're not at full health, when you use a special, you will get 2 turns of 175 times color affinity boost for slashers and driven characters. So that's really, really, really cool. Big thing about Zoro though is since he's Zoro, you kind of lose access to using him with the arguably best slasher type boosters in the game, Legend and Strength Zoros. So of course you can always use like a friend Legend Zoro for your slasher type boost, and then use him as your affinity boost. But that's a very, very big thing to gotta remember about this Zoro, is that you kinda lose access to using your own best slasher attack boosters and chain locker Legend Zoro whenever you're using this Zoro. So maybe a friend Treasure Map Zoro and then a sub Legend Zoro if you have them, so that way you get the type boost and the affinity boost and the chain lock. But being Zoro actually really, really hurts using him on a slasher team. Maybe we'll get like more free-to-play accessible slasher type boosters in the future. We got Raid Zoro, not Treasure Map Zoro. We got Treasure Map Big Mom though. Treasure Map Big Mom is a strength powerhouse character. That's it, just plain powerhouse, no secondary class, singular powerhouse character. It's been a long time since we've gotten just a single class character that's actually like really, really good. She is a strength powerhouse character. Fully limited broken captain ability is you have a full colorful team. You have all the types on your team. Then she will boost the attack of all characters by 2 times and boosted damage of color damage dealing specials by 3 times. Cuts the health of enemies by 10% in the enemy's turn, just like Raid Boss Fujitora, and heals 2 times her recovery at the end of each turn. So a nice option for getting recovery orbs right there. Important to note that Big Mom's special boosting damage is going to stack with a second Big Mom. So if you're using 2 Big Moms together, that means you get 9 times all your color dealing special damage. This doesn't count color characters, so like Treasure Map Gear 4 Luffy, even though he's a quick character, I mean everyone's got a color obviously, but Treasure Map Gear 4 Luffy does typeless damage, so he will not be boosted by Big Mom. However, characters such as Hody does int damage, characters such as 6+ Law does side damage, so he can do 3.5 million damage to an int character that goes through barriers. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see which characters we end up using her. You're gonna see a lot of characters that deal like massive special damage. It doesn't work with health cutting specials, it doesn't work with fixed damage. We would love Monster Chopper. That's my... As soon as I saw this, I was disappointed because we can't use her with Monster Chopper, because that wouldn't give us all of our colors. RIP Monster Chopper burst damage to the dream. Her sailor ability means she can't be blown away because Big Mom's a big fatty. It does not work with Coliseum Kid's end of turn damage, because even though Coliseum Kid deals dex damage, end of turn damage does not count for Big Mom's special, so it does. You cannot use this with a new dex Coliseum Kid. Also, she is a powerhouse character, so it won't trigger Coliseum Kid's special either way. Her special ability clears all positive buffs, just like Cavendish does. She will change all orbs, including block orbs, into G orbs, so full G orbs again. Boosts orbs by 3 times, and boosts your attack by 1.25 times, and boosts your color affinity by 1.25 times. So the 3 times orb boost immediately seems insane, but you do get all G orbs, and G orbs can be relatively difficult to get rid of. There's only a few characters that get rid of G orbs and change them into matching orbs, and one of the most famous ones, Shiki, is already a strength character, so you're not going to be using Shiki as a sub on a Big Mom captain team. So you're going to have to find other ways to change G orbs into matching if you want to change those into matching orbs to get full effect out of the orb bonus. Also, since she clears your positive buffs and gives you a weak attack and weak color affinity buff, you don't get to get like a 2 times attack buff and a 1.75 times affinity buff and a 3 times orb buff. You don't get to use all those together at once. Yes, Int Pudding is a great character to change G orbs into matching orbs and also lock your chain to really increase that damage from Big Mom special. Is also Int too. So Big Mom Pudding is gonna work with her mom, right? That's great. I really like that little bit of captain and sailor interaction right there. You can still use conditional attack boosts, you can still use things like solid boost, but you're really going to see Big Mom used more on mini boss stages, like stage 4 for a Coliseum, rather than a big burst turn of stages, especially since a lot of fights will do a interrupt if you do something like, if you use a type boost, it'll have a special interrupt, if you use an orb boost, it'll have a special interrupt, or if you use an orb manipulation. And since Big Mom does like everything together, she's going to be triggering special interrupts everywhere. But a lot of times mini boss stages may not have those special interrupts, and you can use her then single special to get through there, then use all your other specials on the boss fight. Alright, so now to the Sugofest batch. I'm actually going to start with Gil Tesoro. Gil Tesoro is a quick-driven striker. His captain ability says if you have every single class, all 8 classes on your team, then he'll boost the attack of all characters by 3.75 times, and boost their health by 1.35 times, and boost your chance of getting matching orbs. And if you hit 3 greats, then he boosts your attack by 4.5 times. Now, all these good things surely must come with a drawback, right? And he actually does. Oh my gosh, Bandai, it's like you've made a decently balanced character or something. Oh my, would you like to sit down? Do you want to get some air? It's drawbacks. Ugh. Well, first of all, having every single class on a team is going to be difficult to do, since you already are using, if you're using double Gild Tesoro, which he really wants to use double Gild Tesoro, you're already using 2 characters for 2 classes. So the rest of your characters really have to fill in the rest of those blanks. You also, if you hit a perfect, then next future attacks will greatly lose their damage. So if you're fighting something with perfect hit barriers, your damage is going to plummet. And just by hitting a great, if you did not know, deals it has an innate 1.6 times damage boost if you hit a great. If you hit a perfect, that gives an innate 1.9 times damage boost. So just because Gil Tesoro always wants to hit a bunch of greats, those greats are going to deal less damage than perfects, even if they had the same chain, even though they had the same boosts on. A character hitting a great just deals less damage than a character hitting a perfect. You basically, when you use Gil Tesoro, you want to hit 5 greats, and then the last character you can hit a perfect since there's no one attacking after that. So 5 greats and then 1 perfect is the ideal attack pattern for using Gil Tesoro. And if you hit any of those perfects accidentally, that's actually going to be really bad for your damage. Perfect, easier to hit buff is actually going to be really bad for Gil Tesoro. You wouldn't want to use him with a Zunicha ship or Dofi ship anyways, but both of those ships would be terrible for Gild Tesoro. His sailor abilities makes strength, dex, recovery, and tandem beneficial to himself, so he has 5 orbs beneficial to himself already. And he also boosts the health attack of driven and striker characters by 50. His special ability, since you're going to be hitting greats with him all the time, you're not going to get your chain up that high, but his special ability fixes that right up. Deals 200,000 fixed damage to all enemies, changes your top and bottom row into matching orbs, and locks the chain multiplier to 3.25 times for 1 turn. Dang! He is a great sub alone. So even if you're not using him as captain, he is a stupid good sub with the highest chain lock in the game, 3.25 times chain lock for 1 turn. Also, orb manipulation for top and bottom rows, and deals fixed damage. But since we're talking about Gil Tesoro with his hit your greats, we're gonna see that happening on all these sailors. So Carina is a Psi cerebral slasher. Her captain ability reduces cooldown specials, boost attack of Psi 2.5, recovery 1.2. Sailor ability, if you hit a good or a great, you get to keep, if she has a Psi orb, you keep that Psi orb. Basically, every single character in this batch has this. If you hit a good or a great and they have a matching orb, they get to keep that matching orb. So as soon as you get matching orbs on all your characters, you just keep them along for the ride as long as you don't mess up your attacks. Also, Carina's limit break, if you have a full class team, which you will be using as Gild Tesoro anyways, you get fully matching orbs at the start of fight. So already on turn 1, you have full matching orbs, and as long as you keep hitting goods or greats with all your characters, you're going to be able to keep those matching orbs for as long as you A, don't mess up, or B, enemies don't manipulate your orbs. So there's guaranteed fully matching orbs every single turn basically for this team, which is really, 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 really cool. Special ability, sorry, fix this, is just reduces enemies threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, end of turn percent cuts durations by 4 turns, changes adjacent orb and block orbs into matching orbs, and reduces damage taken by 70% for 2 turns. 2 turns of damage reduction. So that is a lot of utility. A lot of these characters are actually pretty balanced on their specials, but do a lot of utility stuff, which is really cool. They have a lot of ways to prevent you from getting messed up. So Tanaka is a Dex shooter free spirit character. Oh, also reduces resilience, right? Resilience reduction as well on Carina. Tanaka, free spirit shooter attack boost and health boost for Dex characters. Keep that orb if you hit a good or a great. Reduces silence on himself. He deals 40 times attack to 1 enemies that pierces. Reduces attack up, defense up, and enraged duration by 3 turns. If your captain is Dex or Quick, changes his own orb into matching and adds Sabo boost to your damage for 1 turn. So he's a Sabo boost damage for 1 turn. Changes his own orb into matching if you have a Quick or Dex captain. Also, attack, blue shield, and enraged duration reducer. Always nice to have those things together. Baccarat is a int striker cerebral character. You'll notice that they have different classes. It's almost like they work with a captain that wants you to have different classes. She's a 1.5 times attack booster. You know what? I can just refresh and it'll fix everything. I will just refresh and Baccarat. 1.5 times attack booster. And also gives you a chance of duplicating drops on being an island. It's basically rare recruit Baccarat, but Fortnite Baccarat, but better. Keeps the orb, boosts recovery. Special ability deals 77 times attack and typeless damage to all enemies, reduces crew's attack down, chain multiplier limit, and paralysis durations by 3 turns. She's basically a Coliseum Enel special on a rare recruit character, and also boosts orb's effect by 175 for 1 turn. And finally, Dice. Dice is a 2 times powerhouse, or 2.25 times powerhouse, 1.2 times strength attack booster. Keeps the strength orb if you hit a good or a great. Boosts attack on all characters. Cuts health by 15%. Reduces enemy barrier duration by 1 turn. Ideally, it does in the other order, obviously. Hopefully, it does reduce barrier and then does the health cut. But, we'll have to see. The wording makes it sound the other way around. If your captain is strength or quick, change his own orb into strength and boost attack of all characters with 175 for 1 turn. Don't forget the artworks for Big Mom. Thanks to Worst Generation. Worst Generation, look guys, you guys are okay, but you really need to move, like, just put your logos all over everywhere else if you want, okay? Don't put it over the nice artwork, man. Put your logo like all over the side, put it all over the background, wherever you want. Japan Uber allies, you're way better than Worst Generation because they don't put their icons all over the place. Gil Tesoro has some great, like, good old DC supervillain style artwork right here on Legend Gild Tesoro. Dice. Everyone gets their gold armor in their evolve form. So we got gold armor dice. We got... Beautiful, beautiful. Baccarat. Then we have Mr. Tanaka, gold armor Tanaka, and we have Carina with her without gold armor, but you know, as you do. Thief Carina. Looking at the rare, or looking at the full batch team, we have double Gild Tesoro captains. We got Baccarat here, we got Dice, we got Tanaka, we got Carina. All together, they have all the classes checked. They have all the colors checked as well. Just solid damage all around. It's really, really even damage, but the big thing about this batch isn't the damage, but how resilient this batch is to enemy effects. Since we have paralysis reduction, we have multiplier limit reduction, we have attack down reduction, we have threat and a resilience reduction, damage threshold reduction, percent damage reduction, end of turn damage reduction. We've got health cuts, we've got barrier removal, we've got Sabo damage. We've got chain boost. You've got everything together on this team, which is really, really big. About this team, it's not the most powerful team out there. This isn't going to be demolishing stages. This isn't going to be doing like 50 million damage, but it just stands there. You know, you slap it around a little bit, you use some orb manipulation, boom, just like Carina changes your adjacent orbs back to matching, block orbs back to matching. You get a matching orb, you keep it forever as long as enemies don't mess it up. So compared to, like, I do want to compare it to like the Judge Power Ranger team. The Judge Power Ranger team is much more it's much easier to mess up a Judge Power Ranger team than it is to mess up this team, but the Judge Power Ranger team does do a little more damage than this team does with the just like batch together team. But it's a pretty neat team, and Gild Tesoro is a really, really, like, I really, really like the idea behind his captain ability. Just don't hit perfects. Perfects are bad. Hit all greats. How good is Gild Tesoro? I think he's great. I've been Zenigami, guys. That's the whole batch. That's Big Mom. That's Zoro. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.